I couldn't find a good video for suspender buttons, so I'm just going to show you. I'm going to use gray thread so you can see what I'm doing, but in reality, you should be using black thread. So if you look at this button that I did earlier, see the button here, you see it has a little bit of a shank, kind of hard to see. There you go. And then it goes all the way to the other side. If you use the same color thread, you can barely see where the button is attached. So let's attach our suspender button. You're gonna thread your needle the same way you've been doing for all of the other closures. Suspender buttons have kind of a ridge to it, so that you need to make sure you're not putting the flat side against the fabric. You wanna put the ridge side against the fabric. So I'm gonna go right there. I have my buttonhole marked. So we're gonna go through all the layers of the pants, and we're gonna try to keep a very small little stitch. And then we start stitching it through the button like we've done buttons before. The only difference this time is you're not gonna pull it so close to the waistband. You're gonna leave it a little loose. It's like right about there. I should be able to peel up the button and look at it. And again, we're trying to stay as close as we can to make a tiny little stitch mark on the other side. And we're gonna come through the other buttonholes. Okay. Making sure nothing's happening wrong in the back, we're good. And we're gonna keep going. I pulled it a little tight, so I'm gonna loosen it up. Okay. Oh, that doesn't look too pretty. Make sure it looks somewhat nice. You can go through each set of buttonholes twice. So this is my second time on this one. And then in my second time of the other one, I'm not gonna go back through the pants. I'm gonna just come up under the button. Now, with the remaining thread on my needle, I'm going to literally tightly wind it around those loose threads. And it's really tight, okay? You want it really strong. You're gonna wrap it a couple times till before you run out of thread, and then you're gonna loop around, go through the loop of your needle, kind of like we've been locking, and tighten it. And I do it twice, just to be sure. And then the last step, so you gotta go under that shank through the fabric. And that can be a little tricky, it's a little thick. So, there we go. And then we cut the needle off. If you did a good job, you should have a very tight shank. You see, it looks like a shank button instead, but we've created with the thread. And our stitch is tiny, itty bitty. That's a suspender button.